Hi, I wanted to make a quick video here of how to install CoComposer in Windows. I got a video for Linux. I need to make one for Macintosh. I have an old Macintosh, so I'm going to see if I can try to do it on that computer. Otherwise, I may have to borrow someone's Macintosh, MacBook, or MacBook Lite Air, or whatever they're called, to try to do that video. But for now, at least I have Linux, and it's pretty straightforward, and you can figure it out. Even probably just by watching this, you can figure out how to install it on a Macintosh. Now you notice I already have CoComposer 11.2 installed, so I won't be able to go through all the steps, but I think I'll be able to do most of the steps. So let's just go to the website, right? And there's our YouTube channel. Let's go to download. We'll see if this takes long to download. I'll just pause the video. CCS TI. Now, looks like TI has come out with a version 12. Do I have this right? Let's see. Downloads right here. They've come out with a version 12. Download options. It's brand new. I had one of my students try it. We did have an issue with the newer compiler, so I'm sure it's fine. We just had to install another compiler, but just for this, let's go and downloads. Let's see here. Let's do an 11.2 at this point. Boy, I didn't go to the right site here. Downloads. We got that. View all versions. There we go. View all versions, and here we go. 11.2. That's what I recommend. This one is pretty new. I'm recording this in August, and they just released it in July. I'm sure, anyway, I'm sure it's perfectly fine. If you want to go with that, you can. I'm staying back with the 11 version. So, all right. Let's see. And then in one of these, you can use, they even have all the different visions. Windows single file. Let's go ahead and do that. Takes a little bit to download, so I'm going to pause this for just a second while it's downloading. Okay, so the zip file's downloaded. I'll go to that folder where it's at. It's a zip file, so I'm just going to extract it here. I have 7-zip on this computer. Extract here. And then there's a setup file inside there. So we got our folder. We go and run CCS setup. All right, let's see what it does. All right. Now, what CoComposer goes and checks. They must have had some issues with CoComposer installing correctly on Windows computers with virus scanners. So you'll see here that it goes and runs a check. And you accept the agreement, standard. Now, notice here, antivirus check. There's a pending reboot. Please reboot your machine before continuing. Also, antivirus. So if you want to be, I would definitely probably do the reboot. The antivirus check, I've installed it many a time with the antivirus on. But just to show you how you would do that, just to be doubly sure, if you're using Windows Defender, you can go here to Virus Threat Protection and turn it off, right? You can go and manage settings here. And real-time protection, just turn off. All right, no, I don't want to do it. But anyway, you would turn that off, okay? And then you could rerun it. Well, you'd have to do a reboot just to make sure everything's hunky-dory. And then hopefully it would go through all. Now, if you do that with the antivirus and it still says antivirus check, as I said, I would do the reboot. You can go ahead. I don't think you'll have a trouble with that. Okay, so you would see all the right things. I went ahead and rebooted my computer. Let's go ahead and turn off the antivirus. So virus threat protection and manage settings. And for now, we're going to turn the real-time protection off. Yes. All right, so now let's see if CoComposer doesn't complain. So I downloaded that to my downloads folder. So downloads, here we go. CCS 11. All right. Again, I'm not going to be able to go the whole way, but hopefully I'll get farther now. rebooted and turned off my antivirus. Okay, next. I accept the agreement. Next. Okay, good. I got all the system checks okay. So, very good. Next. Now the install directory. I do recommend that you put Code Composer in the default directory. It really saves you some headaches. I would put everything you install from TextEdit. For this class, this is all you would need. But if you want to install some of TI's other packages, it's good to just put them all in the CTI folder. So I'd recommend that. Next, now since it's already there, you would, you wouldn't get this, right? You would just, it would continue. And I'm going to go ahead and say yes. Let's see here. Well, because things are there, it may give us a different menu. All right, so you're gonna, it's up to you. It depends how much hard drive space you have. You will not need the full installation. So let's do a custom installation. And okay, because my components are all there, they're already installed. This is, unfortunately, I see this. Okay, here, tell you what, let's go back. I'm just going to change my install directory. I'm just going to do something like this. Okay, you don't do this. I'm going to do something like this so you see what happens. Okay, we're going to install in a different directory. Next. Okay, and we're going to do a custom. Clear. Why is it doing it? I guess again because I'm installed. All right. Fine. All you need to select is right here, C2000 Real-Time MCU. You do not need any of these other items. Okay, so you would click on C2000 Real-Time. That's the processors we're going to be using. C2000 Real-Time MCU. Next. Let's see how far it gets here. Because I can't go. This may be as far as I can go, maybe. Let's see. See what it says. But anyway, you would go through, and there's not too many. It does talk about, I think it asks you about JTAGs. You can go ahead and select all those. Yeah, they're just giving some, in the newer versions of Code Composer, some things that TI used to make don't work anymore. Next. Setup is now ready to install on your computer. So you didn't see it. You would, again, let's see if I go back and we see anything about the JTAGs. Yeah, here we go. This JTAG installation. Go ahead. It's no big deal. Just check them all. That's great. It doesn't install much on your computer. It's probably just smart to check them all. And then you would just say go, and it would install everything for you. Okay, I'm going to cancel out of here. You want to board installation? Yes. And so what you'll see is on your desktop, it'll leave an icon for Code Composer here. And this is what you'll launch and what you're going to want to do. And this is the key to, well, it'll save you, again, a lot of headaches. Maybe not the key. But what I'm going to do is you're going to be using my repository, and it's something at my GitHubs and some name. And then I always have a workspace folder. So the first thing Code Composer is doing is asking for, when it's running, you launch a workspace. And my practice and the way I've set up my repository is you put all your projects in the workspace folder. So if you remember that, you'll have a few less headaches. I mean, you could put them almost anywhere, but my suggestion is to put it in this folder. That part is part of the repository called Workspace. And you just launch, and it'll bring up our projects. Okay, and I'll go into more of this. This is just for installation. Here's our Code Composer. Actually, on the first boot, you'll get like a welcome screen and all this kind of stuff, and you don't have to leave that there. Okay, so